Okay, this is problem 13.1.28. And they tell us that Jay takes out a 13% simple interest loan today that will be repaid 6 months from now with a payoff amount of $2,000. And we want to know what amount is Jay borrowing. So we're working with the simple interest formula here. And the way that we know that we're working with the simple interest formula is because it tells us that this is a simple interest loan. Okay, so the simple interest formula is A equals P times 1 plus RT. This is the amount, the future value amount. This is our present amount or the principal. R is our interest rate and T is our time, and time is in years here. Okay, so if we identify the pieces that they're giving us, they're telling us that this needs to be repaid in 6 months. That's an R value of actually 6/12. Because it's in months and, oops, sorry, what am I doing? Months. This is T. So anyways, I'm starting here with T. If T is 6 months, then T is expressed in years. So 6 months is just half a year. So we'll take it and divide by 12. The R here is our interest rate is 0.13. And then this amount right here, this 2,000, is actually, because they're telling us that's the payoff amount, that's actually the A here. So in all of these problems, they're going to be giving you all of the variables except one of them, and whatever one they aren't giving you is the one that you're solving for. So this one says, what amount is Jay borrowing? That's actually the principal, and so that's what we're looking for in this problem. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is plug these values into the formula and then solve for the P. So 2,000 is going in for A. I have principal times 1 plus the rate is 0.13, and the time here, 6/12. Okay, if you do your calculation, 0.13 times a half and then add the 1, you're going to end up getting 1.065. Okay, so you have to do this multiplication first, then add 1. You'll get this, and then we're going to need to divide by the 1.065 in order to solve for P. So P here ends up being 1877 and 93 cents. Okay, and I believe they did ask you to round to the nearest cent there, so that would be our answer for 13.1.28. There's a 13.1.29 was also asked, and this is a very similar problem, so I'll just do them at the same time here on the same video. So this one is, what is the maximum amount that she can borrow today if it must be repaid in 5 months with simple interest 5%, and she's only going to be able to repay $25,000. Okay, so again, because they're telling us that we're dealing with simple interest, here's our formula. The pieces that are given here, the A is the 25,000. That's the amount that she's repaying sometime later. The interest rate here is 0.05, and the time in this one is 5 months. So that's 5 out of 12 in terms of 5/12 of a year. And then again, we're trying to find the principal in this problem. Okay. All right, so if we plug those pieces in, we have 25,000 equaling the principal and 1 plus the rate, 0.05 times the time, 5/12. So again, take the 0.05, multiply by the 5/12, and then add 1, and you will get 1.0208, and then a bunch of 3's here. And it didn't say anything about rounding, so we shouldn't round. It didn't say anything about rounding in the middle of the problem. They did say in this problem to round at the end to the nearest dollar. So in the middle of the problem, we won't do any rounding, otherwise it has the potential to throw this off. And my math lab is very picky about the numbers. Okay, so we're going to divide by that coefficient there to solve for P. And when you do this division, you'll end up getting 24,000. And if you're rounding it to the nearest dollar, you'll get 24,490. Okay, that's it for those problems.